I think that if you're in a position that you're not completely happy, you have to take an assessment of your scenarios. You have to have an honest conversation with yourself. You're not doing the work well. Is it you not liking the job, or is you not doing well at the job? Right? Because I think some of those things could be alleviated and make it better. For example, if it's a manager issue or it's a team issue, maybe the team could fix those problems. But if it's something where you can't really see your issues being addressed, then consider a change of manager, change of team, change of company, whatever you need to do to keep yourself sane.
Like I said, I was the lead of this other thing that I didn't like doing. I was the person for it. I was the best person for it, and I hated it. But I always gave feedback when I was transferring out. They asked for the feedback, and I told them I hated doing that. You should have never placed that on me. I hated doing that. Like, that wasn't fair. That was in a different section. That wasn't even part of, like, should have been part of my work scope, And that's the thing that can happen a lot. Your employer can flip the script on you. It's happening to my dad right now. They can just kind of flip the script on you and add responsibilities to your role that were never supposed to be there. And it's up to you to try to communicate with them to find a middle ground. But if there's no middle ground to find, that's why you always keep your options open.
At some point, once you go and get an engineering degree like myself, you're in a different ball game. And so you got to understand what your worth is, or else you'll find yourself sort of jumping from one job to the next, feeling unfulfilled. And so I think that was very a critical piece for me to really get into that mindset where I'm pursuing what I like and not compromising because, oh, I need a job to make ends meet.
I'm starting medical school, and super excited because I think this stage of my life ties into everything that I've done so far. Again, I don't see it as a career change. I just see it as an opportunity to add an extra additional set of tools into my toolbox. And that's something that I've always sort of loved doing. It's something that I don't know, it's kind of been my approach. I always want to like learn it all. I want to have that intellectual curiosity. I was a little bit afraid, I'm not going to lie to you. It's part of the reason why I deferred. I really questioned a lot, but I realized that the potential for success and the potential, if I did succeed, and I do believe I will succeed, far outweighed the fears that I had, it far outweighed the fears that I currently had. And so don't be afraid to make a transition. Chase your happiness. I think in life, we're all sort of chasing happiness and fulfillment, in one way or the other. So I would say, do not be afraid. I would say the second thing too is you need to be super clear on what it is that you want and what it is that you are unhappy about. I think if it's a situation, and don't get me wrong, money is important. You got to think about money and how you're being paid, because it does shape a lot of things in life, ability to pay bills and whatnot. But you need to figure out, what is it that you really want? What do you want? What is missing? What do you not like? And where, how does the next role or the next opportunity, how does it help fill those gaps and provide you opportunities to satisfy those passions?
You first have to talk to your whoever your supervisor or manager is. And in our job, we have annual reviews. And when you do an annual review, you also give feedback to your supervisor. And a lot of the time, a good supervisor will ask you what kind of projects you want to work on. So that way, as things come up, they can try to bring you the ones they know will interest you and try to shift work around in that way. And so communicating with your manager is so important, and it can make or break your fulfillment from your career.